M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Randolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. McKnight. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Randolph. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see it all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings! They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Ravens at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, Randolph. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 6 yards away. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He spun away for a moment, but only a moment, as he just gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe, and that's it, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Ingram again, a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense will...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? The PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Randolph. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Randolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 1st down, McKnight. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, McKnight. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ingram again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Up the middle, Ingram. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the gun on third down. Randolph. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Randolph. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Randolph. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. McKnight, and he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Randolph. Well, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. Well, now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way. We can't hire anyone to help us out, so hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the